McCutcheon snort
got the
too.
snort going. That's the signature Liz snort. Oh.
It's going to be a sunny weekend, up to 29 tomorrow.
It's your theme song.
I've got a new theme song. Oh my goodness.
It is the Liz test. I have to admit here, I didn't realize that you actually brought a whole Mickey of rum in. I thought you were only doing like 1 ounce shots, so these have been double shots.
I finished it.
You've had 5 so far.
My friends would be so proud.
And you're still standing after almost a whole Mickey? My
I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to be standing much longer.
So Steve and
goodness.
Craig, she's obviously showing the signs of impairment.
Absolutely.
So if you see her, and if you saw her on the road, she got out of the car, she'd be in cuffs, right?
Yeah, for sure. She has all the signs. She's her speech is slurred. She's
Her eyes are red.
staggering a little bit. Her eyes are red.
She's
so
smiling and giggling.
She's got all the signs. Absolutely. The odor of alcohol beverage. Like, I'm standing a few feet away from her, and I can smell it from here too. So.
I can smell it over
I
here
only don't
too.
smell that bad.
It's just alcohol. So how do you feel like right now? I know you're kind of giggling and everything.
I definitely feel pretty drunk. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that couch in the lobby is looking really tempting right now.
So you feel like passing out then?
I could lay down and have a nap.
Right. 104.7 Heart FM. One of the world's best music, Philosopher Kings, Castles in the Sand. It's 9:23. It's Johnny and Liz. We're about to do the final roadside breathalyzer here with Liz. It is the Liz test. I cannot believe for the life of me, Liz Wismer, that in 2 hours and 23 minutes you have knocked off a whole Mickey of rum. Oh.
Well, I hope I don't offend anybody when I say this, but I come from a Ukrainian background, and Ukrainians are known to be able to consume alcohol. I'm not a regular drinker. I really do not drink that much at all. Being a mother of 2 young children and working the hours I work, drinking doesn't fit into my schedule very often. So polishing off a Mickey this morning, I can't believe I'm still standing. I'm not going to lie.
Wow. So how do you feel right now? Is the room spinning or anything?
D-R-U-N-K. I am drunk. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, so she's really... Oh, everybody here is just...
People keep laughing at me. I walked in the hallway and they all started laughing at me. I'm like, give me a break. I got to go to the bathroom. That's what happens when you drink too much.
Okay, so in just a couple of moments here, Craig Murray's here with us with Steve McEwen from the Woodstock City Police Department. Let's talk, Steve, what happens? Liz gets arrested right now. She's been driving. You've got her in handcuffs. You've done the breathalyzer. You've deemed her drunk. So what happens now, because she's been charged for drinking under the influence?
Well, after someone's charged, so like you said, we hold them into custody until they're sober, usually the next morning, whatever time that may be. And they're given a piece of paper with a court date, which is usually 5 or 6 weeks down the road from the date that you were arrested. So that's the first thing. Now you got to go to court. We take your license immediately for 90 days as well, so your license is gone. That's just an automatic thing when you're being charged. That's just being charged with the offense.
Okay, so the fine, is it higher the drunker you are, or is it just one set rate? Like she's way over 0.08, but if she blew in like higher than that, would the fine increase? Is it like a sliding scale?
Again, that's up to the judge. Typically, I think it's about $1,000 for a first offense, right? So this is a first offender, let's say, and I think typically it's around $1,000. So I wouldn't quote me on that.
But what about if she got in an accident and she smashed into cars and caused thousands and thousands and thousands of damage and even killed somebody?
Well, there's a possibility of jail time with impaired driving as well, right? If they take everything into consideration, so a person will lose their license. Mm-hmm. They could go to jail. They will for sure get a fine. Mm-hmm. So there's all the consequences of that. And again, depending on a person, there's first offenders, second offenders, third offenders, third-time offenders, which I've seen. but it can be even they have the interlock system that can be installed in a person's car. So it's a device that's installed in the motor vehicle, and the person has to provide a sample of breath into it just to get the car started.
And how much do you say that costs to install?
Well, I'm not sure. Craig had a number for that.
Somewhere between like $1,500 and $3,000, depending on the shop where you take it, and they.
And then you got to pay a monthly fee for
and then
using it, right?
There's a monthly maintenance fee that goes with it. That again, the subject or the accused is expected to maintain. And anytime that person is operating a motor vehicle, let's say it's their personal motor vehicle, a company motor vehicle, that ignition lock has to be present in the car.
Wow. And you said, Steve, too, once they get charged, they can no longer drive any motor vehicle, which means if they got like a riding lawnmower, if they got a jet ski, they can't ride those anymore.
Well, you can't operate any motor vehicle when you're upon conviction. You lose your license for a year, and it's anywhere, any vehicle, any motor vehicle at all. Yeah.
Wow, some pretty heavy prices to pay, let alone, you know.
Absolutely, and even right off the people, you know, if you hire a lawyer, right, to dispute the charge, that's thousands of dollars, right? Plus you have to go through that, and so it really, it's not worth it. I always think about here in the city of Woodstock, if you're in the city and you've been drinking, you can take a cab. I think it's like $8 anywhere in the city. So for $8 you get a ride home instead of later on down the road, thousands and thousands of dollars.
Okay, so let's do it right now. Let's see what Our Lady of Bloodshot Eyes has over there. Right? She's had 6 drinks, which is equivalent to, and she's polished off that whole Mickey of rum in less than 2.5 hours. So, Craig,
Yep.
what's the final reading?
Her last reading was 122 milligrams of alcohol and 100 milliliters of blood. Wow. So basically 1.5 times the legal
Okay, so
limit.
way over 0.08.
Yes.
Okay, so what is it now after 6 drinks?
Oh, that was the 122.
12 ounces.
Yes. So, so yeah, basically, like I said, if she'd been arrested for impaired, she would be advised of the new charge of operating motor vehicle over 80 milligrams, serve the court paperwork, and her driver's license. And another thing that wasn't mentioned was the vehicle's impounded as well. So I mean, it's just cost after cost.
Then you got to pay to get it out.
You got to pay to get it out, and your insurance goes up. I mean, who can afford for insurance nowadays? So.
How are you feeling there, Miss Lizzie? Dizzy?
You know, I'm definitely very much intoxicated, and as laughable as it is, and as humorous as it is to some, the reason we did this is to prove that there's no excuses for drinking and driving.
And zero tolerance, too, by the way.
Exactly. I have a DD set up to get myself home today, obviously, but the reason we did this today is to prove that alcohol can affect you very quickly. Now, I consumed quite a vast amount of alcohol in a very short period of time. You could sit at your home or a friend's home for 3 to 4 hours, have 3 or 4 drinks, and still blow over. And we're just trying to really drive home the message this long weekend that there's no excuses for drinking and driving. If you feel the need to drink, make sure you have a way home, whether it's a taxi, a designated driver, or you know what, you crash on your friend's couch. Whatever it is, do not drink and drive this weekend. I can tell you, I will not be driving today. I have to drive tomorrow because I do have to work, but you know, there's no reason for drinking and driving. You know, there's just no reason for it. There's many methods to get home. So I appreciate having both Craig Murray and Steve McEwen here with us this morning to help us drive home this message. Right. Do not drink and drive, whether it's in a vehicle or a boat, motor vehicle, or boat, watercraft at that matter.
Okay, so 3 words in closing here for Liz. Sleep it off.
Yes.
Liz is going home. The Liz test is officially over.